What if I told you a football management game from 20 years ago might just give FM a run for its money? Today we are diving into Premier Manager 02-03, a game released back in 2002 for the PlayStation 2. A classic from the golden age of gaming and a game that I used to own myself. But how does it hold up today? Is it just nostalgia, or is there something truly special about this game? I will be putting these two games, FM24 and Premier Manager 2002-2003, head to head over 5 key categories to kind of decide if a game from 20 years ago can still be a laugh to play right now in 2025. Let's start with the first thing that you notice in any game, the interface. Premier Manager 02-03 keeps things incredibly simple with big, bold menus designed for a PlayStation 2 controller. Everything is just a few clicks away and you're not bogged down with endless stats or drop-down menus. But is simplicity an advantage? Well, not always. It does mean that you can jump straight into the action without much of a learning curve, but compared to Football Manager's more modern design, Premier Manager can feel a little bit bare bones. In FM, the sheer level of customization is staggering, from detailed data panels to customizable dashboards and skins and so much more. The trade-off here is depth versus accessibility. But one thing I do like about Premier Manager is how the game gives you a little bit of an introduction so that you can kind of go through the motions and learn how to play the game. All of the interactions or cutscenes with players or member of staff around the club really do help you have a bit more of an immersive feel and really make it seem like you're making decisions around the club. Whilst I get these may become tedious after a while, it's a great way to get you onboarded with the game and something that Sports Interactive could really learn from. And now let's talk about what happens when the whistle blows and you're on the pitch. Premier Manager's match engine is exactly what you would expect from a 2002 game. It's basic, mostly text updates with some very simplistic visuals, but you do get to see goals in a 3D match engine, albeit with a limited number of moves that either end up in a goal scored or an opportunity, and I assume you would kind of figure out which ones of those would happen pretty darn quickly. But it does get the job done. However, it is hard to feel fully immersed when compared to Football Manager's current 3D match engine. In FM, you can see every player's movement, every tactical adjustment, and even VAR decisions play out in close to real time. Premier Manager's stripped down approach might appeal to those looking for a quick and casual experience, but if you're here for tactical drama and realism, FM is the clear winner. But let me know what you think of that 3D match engine in the comments down below, because I put some little teasers out on social media and they weren't met with the best criticism, bearing in mind this is a game from 2002. Tactics are the heart of any management game. In Premier Manager, setting up your team is quick and straightforward. You've got a few formations to choose from and some basic player instructions. It's intuitive, but also very limiting. Compare that to Football Manager, where tactics are almost a game within a game. You can tweak everything from a player's individual role to your team's overall philosophy. You want to press high and dominate possession, or maybe you want to sit deep and hit the opposition on the counter-attack. FM gives you all the tools to craft your vision. Premier Manager's simplicity is refreshing, but for control freaks like me, FM's tactical depth is unbeatable. So this is a clear win for Football Manager here. One area where Premier Manager 02-03 really does excel for me are the kind of things that you can do around your football management world that don't necessarily correlate to things on the pitch. but they do have an importance. For example, you can expand your club's facilities like upgrading the stadium, improving the medical facilities, or even opening a club shop. And these additions give you a sense that you are building much more than a squad on the pitch. Yes, I know you can do this in FM, but at least this way you can see things. Whereas on the other hand, Football Manager does allow you to manage aspects like hiring specific staff members, setting up affiliate clubs, and even influencing the club's long-term strategy. It's a different take to off-the-pitch management. Premier Manager focuses on physical upgrades, where FM gives you control over the strategic aspects of running a club. Both approaches are rewarding in their own ways, but it depends on what you find more engaging: hands-on building or organisational control. And whilst I kind of understand that setting season ticket prices or even improving club facilities have nothing to do with real-world football management, I kind of have to give the edge to the retro game here. And finally, let's talk about staying power. Can a game that's over 20 years old actually still capture your attention in 2025? Premier Manager's simplicity might make it great for a quick nostalgia hit, but it doesn't have the same depth to keep you coming back. Football Manager, on the other hand, is an endless time sink. With its constantly evolving storylines, dynamic leagues, and the ability to mod the game, it is definitely built to last. But maybe that's part of Premier Manager's charm. It's not trying to overwhelm you. It's a snapshot of football management from a much simpler time. So is Premier Manager 0203 better than the latest edition of Football Manager? Well, ultimately, it's up to you to decide. If you want a quick, easy to play game that scratches that football management itch without bogging you down, Premier Manager might surprise you. And for £2.50 on Steam, it's not actually a terrible shout, especially for the nostalgia. But if you're after depth, realism, and the ultimate football management experience, Football Manager is still the king. Playing Premier Manager 0203 23 years later in 2025 does remind me of how far games have come in that time frame, because looking at FM right now, there is a vast difference, but it does make me appreciate the charm of these retro classics. Let me know what you think down in that comment section, and if you're liking these retro games, I played the first ever Football Manager FM 2005. Yes, I know comments are gonna hammer me for that.
It's not the original. The original came out in 1982.
You know what I mean. Check out this video. It's damn good. Go on. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'll wait.